Hey everybody, DFS Hero back with another video. Today we're going to be going over advanced settings. So to get to advanced settings, you want to head down. Once you're already in the lineup optimizer, you want to head down to this gear next to the calculate button. We're going to click on this, and so it pops up our advanced settings window. Advanced settings can change depending on the sport that you're working with. So just be mindful of that. This one we're going to kind of go over NFL mostly. Alright, so under advanced settings, first we have minimum projection. What this is doing, it's setting a threshold, and the default is 4. So any player that has less than 4 projected points for that slate will not be included in your pool, even though they're already selected over here. So you may want to raise that, you may want to decrease it a little bit, depending on what you're building. Next, we have min salary and max salary. So what this is telling DFS Hero is that you want to spend a minimum amount of salary out of that 50,000, or if you don't want to put all your salary on the table, you can go with 49,500, something like that. Next, we have minimum sum ownership and maximum sum ownership. Here, what this is going to do is, in all the lineups that are being generated, it'll add up all of the players' ownership. So if we look over here, so hero own, so it's going to add up for that lineup all of these together, and it's going to either, you can cut it off by setting a minimum or maximum for these, and you can set it in a percentage. Next, we have unique players. This is the amount of unique players per lineup. So right now, by default, it's set to 1. If you want different players in all your lineups, you can increase this number. The caveat of that being, if you raise this up to 8 and you have a small player pool, you're going to start running into problems of running out of the amount of maximum number of lineups that you can have generated. So be mindful of that. Going down here, we have this one. If you check off the box and you set it, you want to force a specific number of players. You can go 1 to 2 players under a specific ownership percentage. So again, if you're referring back to the optimizer, so if I want a player under maybe 10%, all these other players wouldn't be forced into that spot because they're over that 10%. Next, limit only 1 running back from same team. That's pretty self-explanatory. Next, this one was a hotly requested feature from a lot of people on the Discord. This one, if you check this off, you can set it so that DFS Hero won't put, in this case, a tight end or a running back into the flex position. But if you want to open it up to all 3 of those, you can, or mix and match however you wish. Last one here under advanced settings, we have allow offensive players versus defense. If you don't want all your offensive players playing against your defense, leave this unchecked. If you want to mix it up a little bit, check that off. And then don't forget to hit save when you're done. Next, we're going to hit exposures and randomness. So this is how much you want to see that player in your lineups. You can set a minimum or a maximum exposure threshold. You can also, if you want, check this box off, and if you have a certain set number of players in your pool or in a filtered pool, you can set that and have it divide among those players so that maybe that group of like 5 wide receivers you want them split evenly between your lineups. You can set that. Set Hero AI randomness. This is going to be Hero AI's recommended randomness level for projections. In general, you should be using randomness if you're creating more than 20 lineups, I would say. Otherwise, it's going to take a really long time for your lineups to be created because everyone's projections are very similar. Hero does a great job using its AI to set some good randomness percentages for you. If you want to do it yourself, you come over down here. You can set the number. You can either apply that to all the players in your pool, all the filtered players, or all the players not even just on the slate. And again, you can divide that across certain groups of players as well by checking off this box, giving a percentage, and then selecting who you want to apply it to. Minimum, maximum players per team. Up here you have like the master switch, so here you can change if you only want 2 players per team, it's going to change it for you. If you want a minimum for 1 player per team, there you go. And again, if you want to do individual tweaks like Indy on that slate, that's how you can change it. Next, we have stacking. This one goes over in more detail. You can look in another video in the knowledge base, but just basically you want to select a stack with a quarterback and a wide receiver, and you can choose a specific team. Hit save, so now I'm going to get a Cincinnati stack with a quarterback and at least 1 wide receiver. Player groups. This one again goes over another video, but if you have a list of like 5 players that you like equally, and maybe you just want one of them in each lineup, you can set this so you can search for all the players on that slate. And what this is going to do, it's going to put one of these 3 players in at least all of your lineups, one of all your lineups, that is. Alright, so this was a quick run through of advanced settings. I hope it helps. Again, look on the knowledge base. There's more specific articles about some of these, so check it out if you want to dig down. And don't forget, you can always ask for help in the Discord.